What is up, everybody? It's Smoke Joe Star here with some Hunter x Hunter gameplay. This gameplay is not mine. It was taken from the CAG Osaka channel. For those of you in the fighting game community, that CAG is the team that Goichi, Fenrich, and Ada play on. And they got some time to play with the demo that's playable at EVO Japan. I think that's coming up this week or next week. But we got some early footage. It's like 13 minutes of footage, and I had to cut it so that they aren't in it, like Goichi, Ada, and Fenrich, because they're all commentating. Like every now and then you'll see random Japanese come up on the screen. That's just their editing. So if you see a random jump like mid-match, that was a part that I had to cut out when it showed their faces. I don't know how it works over there, but I don't want any copyright infringement to hit the channel, you know. But I just wanted to go over, you know, some of the things that I noticed in the trailer and some of the mechanics. So right out of the gate, like you'll see under the health bar, we have that overgear sign. And from what I've seen that do, it kind of works similarly to sparking in Dragon Ball. Like it gives you your health back. It looks like it amps up your supers and your damage. And that's you know, right in line with an aiding game. There's always some type of mechanic to either get people off you or give you like a damage boost for a certain amount of time. For those of y'all that don't know, again, Aiding is the company that made Marvel 3, Marvel Infinite, Tatsunoko versus Capcom, the Fate fighting games back in the day. And anybody that's been in the fighting game community will be able to tell right away, because these hit stun animations have not changed since like 2004 or 5, whenever the first Fate game came out on the PS2. And that's cool with me. It's part of the charm, you know. That's just what they do. They're aware of it, but it looks very similar to Marvel 3, which isn't a problem, because that game was fun as hell. That game has a huge legacy behind it. Last good Marvel game, in my opinion. But going back to the mechanics, there's another thing that's also present from Marvel, where if you lose a character, you know, your meter goes up by 1. So initially your maximum meter is 3, and then when you lose a character it's 4, and then when you lose another character it's 5, and it maxes out at 5. The other things that I did notice were on the character select screen. Like it looks like you can choose your type of assist. So I'm not fluent in Japanese, so I can't tell you what they are or what that says, but there are options on the character select screen when you do pick your character. Like there's assist options. You can choose their assist type and everything, which is again right in line for a 3v3 versus game. We saw it in Marvel, we saw it in Dragon Ball. It's a staple of that type of game. The colors that we got, they showed off 4 colors for each character, each of the 6 playable characters. There are 12 slots. That's probably just going to be the demo roster, because Hunter x Hunter has 30 years of characters. So we'll probably see on launch maybe like somewhere in the mid 20s, and then, you know, you got to have DLC because that's just the nature of the beast. But the core cast seems to be there and intact. I'm pretty sure Krollo's gonna be in, Meruem's gonna be in, Pit, all of them, and that are gonna make it. And I don't really have any wish lists, because like I got pretty much 2 characters that I wanted from from the jump. So anything else is just, you know, just extra icing on the cake for me. But the game looks I don't know if there's a word out there that exists for it, but it looks like one of those games it looks very simple, but there's actually like crazy depth to it. Like Marvel 3. Like Marvel 3, everybody made the joke that Marvel 3 was just rushed down, and for the most part that is kind of true, because that game was, you know, pitted to be like super aggressive. It's a versus game, but there's a lot of layers to defense and team composition that kind of went unnoticed in Marvel 3, because it's not just, you know, pick 3 characters and run into your opponent face first. But I feel I'm getting that vibe, and that's kind of what aiding does. Like it's a very simple game to like understand and execute, but there are finer details within that simplistic game. It's like Marvel 3 is not, to me anyway, it's not a hard game to understand, but to get some of the one-touch kill combos or even just like the high damaging execution, it takes time. You know, it takes time to learn to do those things properly. And this is like 13 minutes of demo footage, not even the final product, from people that don't have a real idea what they're doing. Like if you see in the background, Killua was just spamming Narukami out the air. Like they're just having fun. And I think that's a good first look at a game, is just showing people that, you know, there's fun to be had. It's not super duper serious right out of the gate. And I think that bodes well for the title. It doesn't look like, you know, it's not gonna blow my mind. Like I think we're out of the fighters anime look as far as like anime games just blowing our mind with the graphics. Like the standard's been set, so I mean I don't think anything else is gonna be like super impressive after that. But the game doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad by any means of the word. Just it's very simple. So I know there are a couple of mechanics we can expect to return, things like advancing guard, where you push somebody off of you when they're applying pressure. It's going to be the advancing guard. It seems like everybody has an air dash from the initial gameplay, which is what it looked like back in Marvel 3 days. They'll probably like either work that out or, you know, apply it to the characters that it makes sense to have an air dash. Like Beta MvC 3, Chris Redfield had a fucking air dash. Like that's just not real to the character. So I expect the same thing. I don't expect air dash to be universal, but like as far as universal mechanics go, you know, there will be some install supers. Like we saw Killua go into Godspeed. There's a bunch of different I said advancing guard already, so like there's gonna be advancing guard, the air dashes. I don't know if throw breaks will work the same. Hopefully you get more distance than you do in Marvel 3, because in Marvel 3, like you could if you broke a throw, you were basically still in your opponent's face, so you could just go for another one and they would have to hold that. And I'm hoping that that's one of the things that isn't, you know, present in this game. I hope we get that under wraps, but that's really it, man. Everything else is just gameplay, and I think I'll let these last couple rock. But I will be covering everything that I can, everything that comes out about this game. Evo Japan 2024 is up next week. Like I said, I think it's next week or week after next. So I'm pretty sure we'll get way more gameplay because the demo's there. But until then, man, y'all just hang out. Keep watching the videos, keep sharing, keep subscribing. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.
いいよ。はいバンジー。
ボタンで1個でねコンボできるよ。いいね、うまいね。お、うまい。お、強い。最強。かっこいい。巻き込みとかね。あ、これね、2人いるんだよね。強いよ、やっぱり強いよ。あ、強い。こうなってる。めっちゃ強い。俺には臭いしかない。出た。ゴンが。いいよ。本当に寒いプレーしてる。お前一人だって1個しかボタン押してない。
あ、いい。いいよ。
よちし君は踊り狂って死ぬ。
踊り狂って死んで。
いいね。
メモリー切りみたいだな。これゲージがないので倒しきれません。残り40秒で攻めないと攻めないと。
はい、投げて。
ザック
25秒で。おお。
あ、痛い痛い痛い痛い。
ないんだよ。あと5秒。